So with the end of the year approaching, it is time to start making some smart financial planning moves. Financial expert Mark Lamkin with Lamkin Wealth Management, who makes money moves every day.
That's right.
Every single
day.
Good money moves every day. Because, I mean, really, I feel like this is the time of year that I'm already eyeing, like, you know, what can I go ahead and pay early? What can I, like, load up on my IRA, right? Are these things that we need to start thinking about? Don't just wait till January, February.
Absolutely. And you got to realize that with your 401k plans, your company plans, December 31st, not April 15th when you file your taxes. Company plans, December 31st is the most important time. If you're over the age of 50, you get a catch-up provision. So if you get a bonus, you might not think about taking that. Add it into your 401k plan. You can add that in there. So make sure you take advantage of everything your company's doing, and you have to do it by year end.
Yeah.
IRAs are when you file your taxes. Companies are year end. So make sure you do that, number one.
Okay. What about, I feel like it's been like a rocky year on Wall Street.
You think?
Super like this, right? A little bit. So what about, I mean, can you harvest those losses with your investment portfolio? What can you do? How can we do extra stuff? That's
the most important question you could have asked. And thank you for asking that, because this is the worst start to the year in 75 years. The bond market off 14%. The S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies, off 24, NASDAQ down 35. So with these markets down right now, it's an optimal time to, if you're at losses in a non-IRA account, you can sell those positions, stay out, and 31 days later, if you like that position, you can buy it back. But you can take those losses, use them forever. $3,000 to get your income, or if you're lucky enough to sell something and have a big capital gains, you can use that to offset those capital gains forever. And do it now, because December historically is the best month of the year because of what we just said. People add money in those 401k plans, stocks rise. So right now, in my opinion, is the best time to tax harvest and talk to your financial professional about that.
Well, things look pretty sour. It does, Mark.
They look a little tough right now.
So what about reviewing your beneficiaries?
Yeah, you know, I say this all the time, and I can't tell you in 32 years how many times that I always do a beneficiary review for a first-time client. And invariably, 1 out of maybe 15 have an ex-wife, ex-husband.
And they forgot about it, right?
Or someone that's deceased, or still have their parents on instead of their wife. So just that beneficiary review right now at the end of the year.
And what about like charities and things like that?
If you're lucky enough to have capital gains in a stock, you know, you can actually give those stocks instead of cash, and you don't have to pay taxes on those capital gains.
Transfer it to a charity.
That's right.
Donate.
And also, if you're over the age of 72, you've got to take what's called a required minimum distribution. The government makes you take it out because they want their taxes. But legally, instead of writing a check to church or charity or to Waterfront, whatever it is, you can give that RMD to that charity, pay 0 taxes. Win-win, and the government doesn't get their taxes.
Again, it's
Win-win.
Mark's money moves. It's really.
And it's legal.
And that's important. That's important.
You're not going to jail.
Oh, help me. Good. All good advice today. How not to go to jail.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Like anything else, like I always feel like end of year 2 for me is kind of this reset of what did I spend too much on, right? Like it's almost like this spiritual journey of Claudia. What do you need to rein in, or maybe in the new year, what do you want to reinvest in? You
know, and it's really, here's a big thing right now. With these markets off and bond markets off, the worst start 75 years I mentioned, now's the time to take a look, just take a step back. You know, sometimes it's hard to see the forest because of the trees, the old saying. And sticking your head in the sand and not looking at your statement is not a great plan, right? And so take a look and rebalance.
But Mark, that's really easy to do when things are bad. It's like you don't want to see it and make it reality.
Don't look at it. Just come show it to me. I'll do it for you.
All right.
So you got to rebalance. And so, in other words, let's say you were 60% stock, 40% bonds in your portfolio. Well, the stock market's got hit, the bond market's down, but you need to, right now you may be 50-50 or 40-60 the other way. So rebalance to make sure in your risk tolerance with your financial professional, or if you're do-it-yourself, look at that, because there's some opportunities out there right now. Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, fearful when others are greedy. People are scared right now. There are some things that are trading right now that you can make some moves, that you can actually make some money. I've been making some moves for folks recently, taking advantage of what I call a market dislocation, that things are selling way cheaper than what their actual value is. So if you know what you're doing, you can always make some money.
Come visit with Mark.
And I'll help.
Right. All right, Mark, never a dull moment.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
I know.
And I'm back from last week's car wreck.
I know,
It
and you're
was
doing
tough.
okay.
I was sore.
Okay.
I was stupid.
Right.
Never,
don't
ever,
yeah, wear a
ever
seatbelt.
be in your car
okay,
without
so
your seatbelt.
coming up, are you gonna be okay spinning the Great Day Live prize
Absolutely.
wheel?
I'm gonna broken ribs and all.
Oh my Lord. And he has some like extra special stuff that he's sticking in the prize wheel as well. So if you're interested in getting some information or scheduling your first visit with Mark Lamkin, head over to lamkinwealth.com or give him a call at 690-6764.